us. It's not us. How do we define ourselves? My job is like that. I'm that old. I'm that rich. I live there. I'm of that nationality. Well, is it really what defines us? I guess not. So replicant or human, we all have our problems. I know the way to show. What do I see? What will I find? Know the answer inside. It's your last step. So now we have this guy who comes to describe Moonchild. Maybe Moonchild like not human. He says, oh, I know how you feel. I feel the same. You don't agree. You don't know. Okay. If you don't agree, just tell me, because it's really much more interesting when people don't agree.
I think he says, I know the way to show you, the way to test what you think is, what is real, what is not, for everybody. And that the answer to all these is inside you, it's your last step.
So why is it your last step? Okay, the answer is inside you, this kind of essence which we need to find. Why is it your last step? What happens next?
I guess nothing. If you know everything, what's the point of going on?
Wow, good question. How about God? Does God know everything?
Depends on what culture.
No culture. The idea of God, God Almighty, the real God, not some little fake God. Or you can say infinity if you don't like God, if you don't want to sound religious. It's only words, really. So let's say infinity. Infinity knows everything because it's infinite. Is it dead now? No, it's infinite. No, the answer inside
I
is
mean,
your
infinity goes on because it's just the way it is. But you, your lifespan is about getting to the last answer. And if you learn it right now, then your life, it's like your life purpose is fulfilled.
Maybe.
Are you ready to close it now?
Okay, maybe like
or
a
you
lot.
wanna like stretch it a little bit longer?
I guess if you really get there, you will know.
Exactly.
You know the answer. But yeah, it's your last step. Last step and what?
But that's just my theory about last step. There could be others.
But all we don't have the question replicant or human, but it's not our last step. We all believe that we are human, and it's not our last step. I don't agree with that.
Well,
Maybe
no, the answer is
she's just saying that if you take this step and you learn this truth, you'll have to live with this truth. Are you ready? Are you sure you want to go on knowing?
Okay, who wants to know whether they're really human or replicants? Nobody. Okay, who doesn't want to know if they're human or replicant?
No.
Okay.
I don't care because it doesn't change anything.
Well, except for your assumed lifespan, because if you're a replicant, you're going to live for like 2 years. And if you're human, you may live for 2 years, or you may live for 20
not.
years.
Exactly, you could be hit by a car crossing your street to get while going for a run. So what?
Okay, how would you feel discovering that you're a replicant? Would you be very happy? Okay, now imagine you move in a crowd and all those people think they're human and they aren't. But nobody knows. Not about themselves, not about other people.
Well,
And you don't know too.
Maybe replicants have their own cross advantages.
Yes, they're very clever, very strong, and things. Yes, of course they have their own advantages. That was the whole idea of creating them in the first place. Well, some people say that humans were created in the first place. Again, if you look at some ancient cultures, they have those ideas of gods creating humans to serve gods, actually.
For funsies.
Okay. What do I see? What will I find? Know the answer inside. It's your last step. Time. What is time? What is time? So we repeat this time. What is time all the time? So do we feel like it's the same expression every time we repeat it, or do we think it changes somehow? What is time? Okay, time, what is time? So we have time, and in the middle, what is? Let's play with it, because it's fun. Time, what is time? So that's more or less like a loop or a circle here. Something we start with time, then we go through what, through is, and then end with time again. So what is what and what is?
What is a question word? Is a verb.
Okay, thank you. More ideas? If we say what, opposed to who? What is like things?
But yeah.
Is a process, like we say, a verb, and it is means living.
Yeah. Being.
Being is like essence. So we have all reality that we perceive. We have this material side, which is what, and we have this active living part, which is, and it's all framed in time as we perceive it. So time, what is time? Maybe it's not a question, maybe it's a description. Looks like description to me. I wish I knew how to tell you why. It hurts to know. To know what?
If you're human already.
Okay. Or maybe it just hurts to know. If you know too much, it hurts you. Maybe. Yeah. So
knowledge increases sorrow. Yes.
I wish I knew how to tell you why it hurts to know. It means it's something very personal again, which you can't really put in words and describe to other person. Our language is not developed for this sort of talk. So we don't have right words, we don't have right expressions. We need to twist and turn what we have at hand to express ourselves. It's never accurate, because language is mostly for the whatness, for the thingness, not for the happy flying somewhere. So we use all those images and expressions which are never quite true. And interestingly, it's always connected with the technical progress. Whatever is in trend at the moment goes into psychology and those images. Like you have steam machines, you talk about pressure. You have computers, you talk about simulation, reality, and programming people. Very interesting. We don't even think about it too much, but you look closely, you see how we just try to drag whatever we have from the reality around us to try and describe at last what is going on and why it hurts to know. Why do you think it hurts to know? It hurts to know you're a machine, apparently.
If you're a machine, it can't.
Your lifespan is very short, and you live all your life in illusion. And actually, these replicants, they have the same feelings as we are, except for compassion. And concerning themselves, they can be sorry, as you said. They could be. So it hurts them to know that they lived in a lie.
Okay, how is it different from being human here? We have a short lifespan, we don't have much compassion, and we're very sorry for ourselves.
No, they are inferior to humans. They were invented like spare parts for humans, basically, or technical personnel. They're not, they do not have the full rights by me.
Yes.
And their significance is less than of human being.
Maybe again it depends on your.
But I think it mostly hurts to know that you lived in illusion and now it's broken.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah. How is it different from us? Don't we live in illusions
Yeah.
all the time? A different source of illusion.
But here he offers her to choose. Do you want to break your illusion? Do you want to learn the truth? That's the last step. If you don't want to, if you want to go on in this happy illusion like others, go on. But if you take this step, there is no step back. You can discover America, but you can undiscover America.
Actually, you can. That happened a few times in history. Actually, here she knows. She's crying because she knows, and he doesn't say why it hurts to know. That it will hurt to know. He says why it already hurts you. It's like she's crying, but she doesn't understand yet why. She just feels bad about
She
it.
suspects, maybe.
Maybe she suspects, maybe she knows, broken the darkest truth, but she doesn't understand why is it so painful. How do they say that rather unfortunate Hobbit film? Because it's real! It hurts to know. So knowledge, do we like knowledge? Do we like to know things, or do we like to be stupid and not know things?
Actually, I don't like knowledge. It depends what this knowledge is.
People are hungry for knowledge, but at the end, it increases their sorrow. And
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Knowledge can hurt you. Is it good or bad?
It's good, of course, because it makes us to develop the world, the things, and that's it.
Yeah, suppose, I don't know, an easy example, you're a cook and you're just starting cooking and you make very horrible dishes. If nobody tells you it's horrible, you just keep on doing it. You'll never know. If somebody tells you, oh no, never again, then maybe it hurts you. Like, oh, but I tried, I did my best. Well, if you really listen to it, it helps you. It hurts, but it helps. It hurts to know, but you need to know it.
But say if you learn something really awful that cannot be proved.
It can, because if it's
No,
really
I
awful.
mean, like relatives sometimes conceal death of a person from older generations. They don't say, like your great grandson died in a war. They just say he's riding, he's okay, he's in the battle, just not to hurt this person. And if they tell him or her, she or he will die of a heart attack probably.
Is it too bad?
Is it good?
Is it not good?
I think not.
To live in a lie or to die in truth? I mean, it all comes back to your kind of personal power.
No, I'm just saying that it's not always positive.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
in
that
many
you need to
ways.
tell truth all the time with all
Exactly,
occasions. That's not what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Yes, generally speaking, hurt can be a motivation, good motivation to progress, but not always.
Oh, I'm not saying that it must hurt. I'm saying that when it hurts, it's not necessarily bad. If you can do it without hurting yourself, the better. Go
Yeah.
for it. Okay, aren't we machines? we is interesting because before we had replicant or humans, aren't we machines? He says we're all machines. You think now you passed your test, you think you're human, but you're still a machine. You still have those kind of social programming, you have culture, you have biology, you have lots and lots of things.
You have all the patterns you follow
Yeah, that
every
tells
day,
you
yeah.
what to do. And in your language, we don't use language as language, we use little bits which we combine. Yeah, we don't invent words every day, we just use what we have. We don't invent phrases every day, we use what we have. And still, words are, well, programming is words, and the words are programming, coming back to our connections with modern technology. Yeah? And lots of things we do, we don't think about them, and we don't do them because we are very conscious about it, and because we are aware about it, but because, okay, that's what we're taught to do. Like, if you come to a lesson, you sit like this, and if you don't feel well, you keep sitting, something like that. Or if you come to a doctor and the doctor tells you, okay, go and take this pill and that pill, and then we'll cut it to little pieces, and you say, okay. Okay, aren't we machines? Again, it's a very interesting, important to try and trace to what extent you personally are a robot. We do lots of little actions every day which we don't trace, just because they're too small and repetitive. We would just get a bit of an overload if we trace all of it, like every time you switch on or off the light. So it can be good because you don't think about it every time, but it can be not so good, like you leave your home and then you think, wait a minute, what about the lights? What about water? And then you need to come back to check it.